Oh, yeah, the lib guy that's mad at Burlington.
Lib man.
Burlington used to be Burlington Coat Factory. Then they just went to Burlington, and it's a discount clothing store for the most part. A lot of black people shop there. And
I saw
a lot of black people steal from Burlington. And this one store, I don't know if it's a thing in all Burlington now or they're putting him in place, but this one Burlington store has put in place a gate, an electronic gate, a camera, and you are photographed before you can even enter the store. This obviously is a reaction to the insane loss that they've suffered financially from people walking in, grabbing armfuls of their merchandise and walking out with impunity. So they're trying to do something. You know, I would prefer cracking these across the teeth with a metal pipe. That might prevent the next guy from wanting to do it. But they have to do something. This is something. All right. There is a white liberal here in this clip you'll see that has a problem with this.
Wait, can I interrupt you?
Yes, please.
Let me try to guess what the problem could possibly be. Because if it's as simple as, well, this is going to disproportionately affect blacks, that's like when they say child sex laws are going to disproportionately affect trans. You go, so you're admitting they're kitty. If this disproportionately affects blacks, then you're admitting that they have a stealing problem. But I can't imagine how you could possibly come up with an angle here. I give up.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you're about to show us, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just trying to think of a different reason.
Oh, I see.
Like, okay, they take your picture and then they use it to see what you're wearing and cater to your whims.
That's
more
fine. Okay.
In the store and go, all right, we noticed you wear this. Here, we got some clothing here. It's not.
With the voter ID thing, they say a lot of black people can't get ID. You can't tell me a lot of black people can't get a face. They 99.99999% of them have a face.
Yeah, yeah.
And the ones that don't are in the hospital right now trying to get one.
Well, yeah. We'll play the clip and notice the white liberal guy. He does say, you know, I know why they say they're doing this. He doesn't actually say it, but he says he knows why. And instead of coming up with a reason why that's still a bad thing, he just goes, it's a bad thing. He knows why. He fucking knows why.
Well, it's just like the sex thing. You're admitting that if they're hurt by it, you're admitting that they steal.
Yeah. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. Yeah, but this is way out of line. They should just keep losing money, I guess. Check it out.
Then let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington. Look at this. Oh, wow.
Now, the video is alleging that Burlington is making customers take a picture before entering the store.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Then let them take a picture before you can enter into Burlington.
Yes, it's true. Tell me what your problem with it is.
Like, have any of you been to a store like that? And Burlington, if it is true, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's your business. You're allowed to do what you want. No one's saying, I don't know if you're breaking the law, but let me tell you what, I'll never step into another Burlington.
Why?
Never again.
Why?
If that's true. And I don't care if it's happening at my store or not. You're not going to treat people in America like that. I don't care.
Why?
I don't care. And I can already hear the reason why you're doing it. I can already hear the reason. I don't care.
I care about your reason.
Sorry.
Tell me your
reason.
This ain't
right. It's not right.
But
hopefully we'll hear from Burlington. Hopefully we'll get the truth. And hopefully this will stop.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm back on Twitter.
Truth.
I want to talk to him so bad. But if black people are not, they don't have a history of stealing there, you go in. So it's not like separate drinking fountains where the machine goes, sorry, your pictures is brown. So no Negras in here.
Yeah.
If you're not a criminal, you get to drink at the same fountain as us.
Yeah. You walk into a bank, you're on camera all the time. What? Because people go into banks and steal the money. If you're in Burlington and you've noticed you've been robbed every fucking day, what's wrong with having a camera in there that takes people's pictures?
You've been to the airport. I don't think they're going to ask for ID anymore. They don't even seem to look at it when I show them to them. You take off your glasses and you go, and you're free to go.
Yeah.
It's all this now. But
it's all facial recognition. Yeah.
I realized when you showed that, I've heard of this before. They've been testing it all over the country and it works out great. That's going to be everywhere within the next couple of years. And one of the genius things about it is, remember seeing that like 93 Black people in New York are responsible for 71% of the shoplifting.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was like a few dozen people. They were all that thing, grabbing all the things that like...
It's like the Avengers of crime.
Yeah.
Just a few people making an incredible dent.
So, and that's good for Blacks though. So once we get those out and those 9 people, look up that stat, Sean. It's really crazy. It's in New York City, very tiny amount of people responsible for almost all the shoplifting. But once they're identified, that whole superhero group is done. And now Black people can wander into the store and shop and enjoy themselves.
Yep. If somebody is a perpetual, or a shoplifter. I hate using the word shoplifting.
Yeah,
but someone that goes into stores and steals stuff. They have plenty of video of them and pictures and whatnot. And if that person is identified as somebody walking into Burlington, they take a picture and it goes, you've been arrested for shoplifting in here before. We don't want you in our store. It's well within their legal right to do so. What is bad about that?
It's a great deterrent too. Even if you're like some teenage white girl who's dying to steal some lip balm, you're like, if I get on their machine, I'll have to go a town over to the next CVS.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It becomes like fingerprints now, only it's your face.
Oh, no, not California, you tard.
You get black. Oh.
It was in New York Post.
It's like just a few people doing all of the, and why aren't they locked up? Why, if they could identify that it's only a certain amount of people, if you lock them up, you're really cutting down on crime.
Well, it's New York. We did lock them up under Giuliani, and this place turned into white Wakanda. And then we had de Blasio, Bloomberg was okay. Then we had Eric Adams, who's basically Dinkins all over again. And now we're getting fucking Stalinist Gandhi with his stupid smile.
Oh, he's so personable in his TikTok videos. That's what people want. Some guy that's personable while he, strips every resource and chases away every person that can possibly pay the budget.
It's like he'll be sitting down in a news interview and they'll go, "Welcome back, folks. Today is joining us is Zoran Mamdani, possibly the next mayor." And as she's doing the interview, he's like, "What the fuck is so funny? What are you smiling about?"
Oh, believe me, I'm sure he knows what's fucking funny. He's fucking everybody, and he's right to your face. He's smiling.
He's in. It's looking really bad.
He's in. No one has any momentum. I love Curtis. I just spoke with Curtis Monday. Yeah. On Sid's show, and he doesn't even seem motivated. It's they look at the numbers a lot more than we do. Yeah. They know the vibe more than we do. And New York is a city full of fucking retards, and they will vote this motherfucker in. And I brought this up a few times recently. What is this obsession with making New York City affordable to everyone?
Thank you.
Why? I know plenty of neighborhoods and suburbs and cities and Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Brentwood, California. Why does New York have to be this place that's affordable to everyone?
I think it started in the Industrial Revolution when these aristocrats wanted their servants nearby.
Right. Yes.
They wanted to be able to just snap their fingers and their maid comes. Probably when aristocrats stopped having maids and au pairs or whatever live in the house. So let's have my slaves, my servants will be in project housing. They're like, they have the projects right over the East River by the Williamsburg Bridge. There's penthouses there overlooking the East River. On the Williamsburg side, those are $5 million apartments. And on the Lower East side, they're paying like $800 a month.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same apartment, same view, same everything. Why? And here's the other thing. Bel Air, commuting in LA is a fucking bitch. Yep. But in New York, the Long Island trains, the Westchester trains,
plenty.
Jersey Path train.
Buses, Path, right. The ferries.
Rutherford is like everywhere. 20 minutes away. There's hundreds of thousands of homes within 40 minutes of Manhattan.
Yep.
So you know who discovered this?
Live there.
This is going to sound like a lie and everyone clapped, but we were going upstate and my daughter was like 4 and we drove. There's part of the overpass where there's a project above you and you drive under it.
Yep.
And when you're going towards 85 and my daughter goes, "What is that? Is that a building on a highway?" And we go under it and I go, "Yeah, it's subsidized housing. It's affordable housing." She goes, "What's that?" I go, "Well, it's so poor people can live in the city too, because they usually don't have enough money." And she goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?
Why can't my little girl said, "Daddy, why?" Yeah, it sounds like one of those fucking X posts. And my son said, "Well, why isn't everyone treated equally, Daddy?"
Did you see bullshit Jim Norton? It was like a TikTok or a tweet or something recently. He goes, "I was just at the hotel and I ordered some decaf. And I said, I hope this isn't caffeinated or I'll be up all night." And she goes, "Oh, it's decaf." And then we both had a little laugh. And I thought, why can't the world have a little laugh like that?
He's fucking hilarious with shit like that. He'll just put stuff out that you cringe. You go, "Oh, fucking shut up."
But it's true. We should all get along, I guess. I don't really care about that. But this, like, you crack the code. It's sort of like the emperor has no clothes. Like, not one person has said, "Wait a minute. Why do you get to be in the East Village? Why do you get?" I mean, I lived in a place on Ludlow Street in the East Village, just below Houston there, above Max Fish. Great way to get pussy. Live above a hipster bar. But it was as small as Sean's little engineering room there. Like, you had to walk like this in there. It was just a bed. The bed was touching all sides, and the small. Anyway, it was like, and this is 20 years ago. It was $2,000 a month. Which doesn't sound like a lot to people now, but it's probably 5 or 6 now.
Yep.
And then my neighbor upstairs was paying $600. Like, we were in the same fucking building, but the government thought the Puerto Ricans deserve shit. And of course, they robbed me and took my stereo and stuff because they're all heroin addicts. I could tell by the Timberland prints that it was Puerto Ricans.
Awesome. Were you still kind of a lib back then? Did you excuse it?
No, that was post 9/11. So the rebirth had begun.
The rebirth, yes.
Gavin.
Yeah, I never understood the and I did think it over, like, all right, years ago there was a factory somewhere and the workers had to live there. They didn't have cars. They really didn't have public transportation to the extent that they have now.
But the Metro North, the Long Island Railroad, the Jersey Turnpike, not Jersey Turnpike, the fucking PATH train there in Jersey. Yeah. Those must go back to like the 20s. I don't know.
It just never ended, though.
Why were you saying my name, Sean?
I failed you. I couldn't find that chart, but I did find this.
Yeah, that's an ancient meme. We've all seen it.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Okay.
Oh, the sunscreen. Yeah, that old gag.
Wow, way to derail the entire show. Well, okay, second chance. Find out when, like, Metro North was built. I think it was the early 1900s.
Maybe they didn't even have money for the train.
Then make it cheaper, subsidize it. It's got to be cheaper than giving all these people penthouses all over. Like when you fly into New York, it's almost like a quarter of the building. You can tell by the way they're shaped that they're projects.
Right.
72.
Ha.
No, that's when they were acquired.
It was already sort of there, and they just updated it, but it started in 1832.
Rail service back as early as 1832.
So in 1832, you could get into Manhattan in half an hour, which is everyone's commute in all of America. Go ask someone in Dallas how long it takes them to drive to work in their pickup truck. The fuck, man?
I don't understand.
It just sounds good. Happened. Affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
Ooh. And they treat it like shit. There'll be some article in like the New York Post, and they'll have an old black lady in Co-op City, and she'll be like showing you her boiler that has all this paint peeling off it, and you're scrape it off and repaint it.
Yeah,
it's a free water boiler. They're $10,000. You're lucky.
Yeah. They never want to do anything to make their place better. Those projects are a disaster. Of not even just the crime, the filth,
the piss,
the people, the garbage. They piss in their own elevators. You know, what are you supposed to do? How is that the landlord's problem? Or you know, he could fix it by not renting to those savages that are going to piss in the elevator. There you go, problem solved. You can't do that.
They'd make so much fucking money. Manhattan could be so lucrative, and like. All these Middle Eastern cities, Dubai or you know, some ski town in Aspen, like there's cities that are Zurich. There's cities that are very expensive. Why do you get to have one building of just Puerto Ricans in it?
Yeah.
Who made up these rules?
Do you think it might be that a lot of the wealthy people that do own businesses in New York live in the suburbs and they don't want those people to live amongst them? Like, fuck it, make cheaper in the city, you know, make it cheaper in the city for them. Keep everything there, because I don't want them coming out to Port Washington where I live out on Long Island.
I mean, that's the best theory we got. So I'm putting that in my file under Y here, and I'll replace it
under Y.
When I get a better theory, I'll throw that out. But that's definitely in the file right now.
It does make sense based on what we've seen. You know, wealthy people do not want to live amongst the unwealthy, no matter what their political affiliation.
We feel that way. I mean, I was saying on InfoWars on Tuesday, I'm like, this is all about territory now. You got Baltimore. You got this outside of Chicago.
It's fallen. You got it.
You got it. Fucking Philadelphia, you win. Disgusting, junky white people.
Right.
Portland, you win, blue-haired, fatty meth heads. It's yours.
Yeah.
But you're not getting Florida and Texas. We're holding on to Westchester barely. Connecticut is relatively untouched. It costs infinity dollars to stay there.
Connecticut's got some real shitholes, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them, but the ones that are shitholes are fucking shitholes. Bridgeport.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. But yeah, then there's somewhere like Maryland. You know, there are some really nice places in Maryland, but Baltimore, that is a top shithole in the country.
It's third world. When you take the Amtrak from New York to DC, and you see that around the train, like the corrugated tin roofs that are held together with rope and like extension cords and stuff.
Yep.
It's not American. It's amazing. It's handmade homes, like from garbage homes.
Garbage, burnt out, boarded up. You go past those row houses on the train and you just look and your mind gets into, you know, who lives there? Imagine having to live in a place like that.
Was that the place where the mayor was walking around and she's a black woman and she goes, it smells like dead rats.
Ooh, yeah.
Can you smell that? Can you smell those dead rats? And the fact that she knows the smell of dead rats is not a good sign. And then Trump mocked her for it. And then it wasn't Don Lemon, but it was someone like that said, I grew up in that city. My auntie. And then he starts bawling his eyes out. Do you remember that? And it wasn't like a couple tears. It was like, my whole family just died before my very eyes. Like,
right.
It was fucking.
It was Jimmy
blubbering.
Kimmel coming back to his show crying.
No, it was fucking. You took away an 8-year-old's iPad levels. Yeah, there she
Here
is.
she is.
As she toured the East Broadway neighborhood.
It's a new one. I've been down here 54 years. It's a new one.
A neighborhood
It's a
filled with
label.
rotting buildings and animals.
Oh my God, you can smell the dead animals.
They all feeding right over there.
On Instagram,
City leaders identified some of the city's most violent neighborhoods.
What the hell?
the mayor's remarks
What the
garnered
hell?
more than a
Is that the
million
mayor?
views and more than
What the hell?
8,000 comments. Bree Jones, 305, was one of them, writing, "Can we make cis president?" But not everyone had kind words for the mayor. Rudy Lee Daniel posted, "She just seeing this? How long she been in office?" Comments.
How
that
long
led us
she
to
been
see
in
that.
office?
I like the anchor woman has to dumb down.
Yeah.
Rudy Lee Jones.
They
said,
usually
"What the fuck?"
correct. They usually correct shit
Yes,
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's good to hear her trying to read in that voice. How long she been in office?
They got to put sis in the people's house.
One woman said, "I ain't got time for that." She had had enough. No, ain't nobody.
Holy shit.
Losers.
That's who's living there, though. You know, the guy in the Black Lives Matter shirt, and they're walking around like with security and everything. If it's so great, why the fuck would you need security?
Dude,
How often do you go there?
Right. It's
all a
escape. It's the plot of Escape from New York. We'll
Yeah,
wall
yeah.
it off, put all the garbage there, and then if we need Snake Wolfkin, whatever his name is, Wolf Ripkin,
Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken to go in and find a couple innocent people, fine, we'll go.
Yeah,
We'll get some
Send it to
mercenaries to go in there.
right.
Wouldn't you just love if I could have superpowers, like Superman powers, where they go, you can go fly. If you hear someone, getting raped or a kid's about to fall off a building, you can go fly and save them. And I'd be like, yeah, I might get to that eventually, but I'm going to Baltimore at 2 a.m. and I'm just walking around
Yeah.
going, look at you. You never had a job. You don't speak English. And like, what did you do today? What the fuck
Yeah.
you say to me, motherfucker? Oh, you itching to get popped. Yeah, see, you're proving my point.
They might be confused, like a dog tilts its head because they've never seen anything or heard anything like that.
Yeah.
So they might be like, "What the fuck?"
This motherfucker's hard.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I just run Baltimore.
You can't get anyone to try to beat you up.
Yeah. Well, they'd be right. I'd be Superman. So I probably
Yeah.
should run their gang. Everything would
Yep.
be correct. This is meritocracy going on here. I don't want to run your stupid gang. I want you to stab me and I want the knife to bend as I
Yeah.
insult you more. Maybe make you cry. Think about it. Think about it, fucking DeQuantis. You've never had one job in your life. Like not 1 hour at a gas station. Nothing ever.
Yeah.
You've never generated any income but drugs, and you made your own sister a crack addict.
Your mama sit home, sitting on her fat ass. Do a mama thing. That'll get him. Does your mama sit on the government tit? She's sucking on the government tit on her fat ass for her whole life. And her mom did the same thing. And you're just as useless a piece of shit as they are. Why don't you talk to your dad about, oh, that's right. You don't know who the fuck he is.
I got something that's going to really, really hurt you. He's reaching for a gun. He's reaching for a gun. Watch out. Watch out. This is a mirror.
Yeah.
Look deep into that.
Look into it.
Look, think, feel it. Feel the pain.
I think I could get stabbed.
Yeah.
I think I could work him into stabbing me.
And again, folks at home, we're not talking about going and provoking fights with random African-American people of color. We're speaking specifically
Unless you're Superman.
Of gangster, thug, drug dealers, the ones in Baltimore who are making everything dangerous. I'm not going into a middle-class black neighborhood and insulting
wherever
teachers.
those are. Wherever you might find that.
I drove through one on the way here. New Rochelle, there's these big, huge mansions that are not well kept. And it's used to be white, black. The politicians ruined New Rochelle. And so now, you know who lives there? Like retired black postal workers.
Okay.
So all the bureaucrats are like, next. They retire at some point, or they don't retire and they live there. So it's all black bureaucrats.
So they can't live in the white neighborhoods. They don't want to live in the fucking black neighborhoods.
Right.
So they've carved out their own little niche where they can kind of have a nice house that they don't really take care of.
Right. And the Halloween decorations are up all year round. Or maybe like it'll take 4 months for them to take down the werewolf that's out front.
Right. I need to look into this.
I'll send you links. They're fast because you can go on Zillow and they're like, the homes in the next town in Larchmont or up in Rye are like 1.5 million. These are all like maximum 650, but they look the same.
Right.
They should be 1.5 million, but it's the schools are garbage, shit neighborhood, dangerous at night.
All right. I'm fascinated.
And when you click through Zillow, you could see like you put a pool table in the dining room. Like, what the fuck are you doing in here? That's not where that goes. Why is there a bed in the living room? What are you people doing?
An above the ground pool with green water in it.
Yeah. And this is Zillow, so this is the best it gets. This is like the showpiece.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I read once, and by read, I mean saw on TikTok, something like 98% of employed blacks are employed by the government.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it might have been the bald-headed black bitch senator or something, or the other one, or this
Ayanna
one.
Presley.
Yeah. It was one of them, and they're bitching about Trump's Doge program and cutting government funding. Yeah, there she is. Has mostly affected black women. Black women unemployment is at a high because that's who Trump is firing from these jobs. And it's, again, the truth of the matter is these were redundant DEI jobs. You don't need 10 of them. You could do with one person, but especially under Biden trying to get those jobs numbers up, they were all government jobs. And they were just piling black women into these
head of diversity,
job positions.
Head of chief of racial awareness, all of that shit.
Yeah, and they'd have 7 other people connected to that one job, and that's 6 more jobs. And then it just, and taxpayer funded. It brought no new money into the economy when these people were actually paying for things like a private sector job would.
So let me just get this straight. If you're hard on child sex offenders and kiddie porn, that's transphobic because it'll disproportionately hurt trans.
Right.
If you identify shoplifters and don't let them in the store, that's racist because blacks will be disproportionately affected. And if you want to tackle government waste and save the taxpayers' money, that is sexist and racist because it disproportionately hurts black women. Yeah. Don't you dummies see that you're saying that you suck?
Yeah. They don't see that. They just see, oh, you're firing the women, black women, the backbone of our nation. You're firing them for no reason whatsoever. The country's still running, isn't it? Like they've cut these jobs. It's like what Elon did when he came and bought Twitter and made it X. He fired, what was it? At least 75, if not 80% of all the people that worked there. And it runs better than it ever was under Twitter.
Yeah.
When it was Twitter. That's what the government is. You can get rid of so many of these motherfuckers and it will still run better. It's less of a machine.
Well, the corrections are instantaneous. 80%. You hear something like Katie Hopkins was arrested going back into Britain, and within seconds, it's like, no, she was detained on her way out. She was told she will probably be arrested when she returns in a couple weeks. Instantaneously. Yeah. So even little things like that are working fucking great. Yeah, we don't need these people, and if they happen to be black women in these jobs, so you hired them for the racist reason. Right. You hired them based on their skin color, their race. You put them in there under the Biden administration and God knows what other administrations before that. So it's not like you aren't being racist giving them jobs. Getting rid of the useless jobs isn't racist.
you were the racist one for giving them the jobs based on their color and their sex.
I saw Joy Reid talking to Don Lemon, and after, I guess, a year, she's finally got a retort to those people that said the Charlie Kirk thing, where he said, wait, if you said you wouldn't be at Harvard without affirmative action, it means that you shouldn't be at Harvard. And you're saying you're too dumb. You don't have the brain processing power, is what he said in that quote. And it took her a year of like sitting at a chalkboard like Einstein staring at
trying to figure it out.
And she's like, got it. White men, legacy people at Harvard. Okay, I'm sure there's a smattering of those. And dumb white guys in general, they've been getting into Harvard forever just because they're rich or they're white or their daddies are connected. So all the affirmative action does is pull us up to your artificially high spot. And then she added, you got J.D. Vance, who went to Yale or whatever he went to. Maybe they were like, oh, we need an Appalachian to come in here. Instead of just like a bunch of wasps, we'll have a hillbilly. So that's a form.
He was a DEI.
He's a DEI
admission.
hire. Yes. Meanwhile, Joy Reid's degree is watching movies. Just like Savant's skill is combing through tweets. She sat on her fat black ass and watched all of the Woody Allen movies and then wrote some bullshit essay about how he ignores black people in his films. PhD, you're in. You need to tell the news.
Unbelievable. So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.